Well, good morning people, what can I say? The sun's shining, that's for one. Charlie Tango 1 coming at you with our 8R stove from his man cave. He's been stuck in there for a week doing all these leather orders, I might add. Right, it's another thing about the stove that I've noticed. I've got one here and it's made in Russia, and I'll prove that. Okay. I'm not going to grab it on this one today. Yeah, all the way from Russia. Now you tell me you can read that and I'll call you a liar. Right, now this one, the difference with this one is, if you have a look at the throttle mechanism down there, I'll do it fairly close so you can see it. Can you see all that? Oh, where are we? That there. Let's turn it round again so you can see that. There it is there. Okay. Now, I don't usually moan about these, but it's just a point I'm making out to you to be aware of. Now, nice little electrosnickel tank. The tin box, well, it is, as he said, it's brand new and it's never been used, and I must agree, yes, it's never been used, but the flame spreader for one is different, slightly different, but the old 8R will fit it. The bell is the same size, but working as a chief buyer back in the day on electromechanical engineering, you've got to know your metals and your diodes and your transistors and everything. You've got to know all that stuff and all the metal, because I was doing a lot of security magnet stuff for doors and the like. The Home Office. MI5 actually. Right, so the difference I noticed with this one is it's not brass. I think it's a mild metal. It's a mild metal, but it's been zinc and colour passivated, which gives it that yellow look, which makes it look like brass. But having said that, I mean, I've stripped it just out of interest, like, to make sure I get to the bottom of it. Same old bit of bandage in there, crepe bandage as a wick. It's got a spare, it has a spare, they use some sort of Violodon or rubber or something they've been using for inside the throttle mechanism. And you can see it's a grey finish, but it's, as he says, it's never been used, and it has not. Anyway, once I've gone through all that, I put some fuel in it, filled it up, well, I didn't fill it up, and fired it up, and I was quite amazed. It has a good little roarer, good little stove, but just bear in mind, this is not brass work you're getting here. None of this throttle mechanism is brass, but you can live with that, can't you? Does it really matter? No, I don't think so. Right, patriotism. You'll find me on that site, Ray Townsend or Charlie Tango 1. There are some videos up there as well. If you click on, you'll see my ugly mooey up there. And what else is there? That's the news site on Chris Upton's working Gundogs, and that's what that's mainly what it's about. I have put one link, I think it was a link informing people that this is his new YouTube site, Patreon it's called, www.patreon. there's a membership fee, but it's a small amount, like. But Chris has already, well, swamped Facebook with the explanation and all that. But what you'll find on there is another product I'm just going to produce. A lot of people have been asking me for a long line. Now, they're mistaking a slip lead and collar with a long line. How long is it? I went, well, the slip lead's 8 foot. And, all right, have you got a long line? I said, well, no, I don't do a long line. I can do, but I'm not going to use the same material, leather. Because for one, you can't get the long enough leather. So obviously I'm back to joining it again, which I don't really want to do. So what I've decided to go for is this Vilodon. It's like got a rubber coating on it of some sort, but you won't be getting the stitching. There'll be 2 rivets in here because this stuff does not like being stitched. And I tried one and it all tangles on the underside. It just picks itself up from the stitch it's made, and you just get a one big bird's nest under there every time. I've tried all sorts. I've even got oil on my thread and everything, still does it. So I thought, right, and as Chris agreed, a lot of them they just use rivets anyway. So I'm going with this. It's going to be 5/8 wide, which is the same size as these little clips that I use on the slip lead for little cockers. I don't do the thick ones, I just do the little thin ones. Where are we? Got one here. There's a little thin one. See? Same width as that. Let's, you know, so it don't prove me a liar. There you go. So that's what I should be using. I should use these clips because you'll see them on eBay, this, that and the other, like, you know, my supplies don't come from eBay. You know, that's if you want to get something cheap, I suppose. But no, I've got my own leather suppliers, and that I carried on using when I retired. You get a trigger clip. Now, I suppose I've got to do it, bear with me. Trigger clip, okay. Swivel on it, swivels. But I ain't going to use them. You'll see them on all these other ones, even in the pet shops that you buy. Cheap, nasty, I won't say it. But I'm sorry, but that's what it is to me. Cutting corners, the thread, well, they use for, like, if you're stitching a woman's blouse, that's how thin it is, and it's got no strength in it whatsoever. I'm rabbiting on, I know, but I'm getting there. So you're pulling on that. This trigger clip, you have a knobble on, or one of these, they do vary. Get caught on anything like the stump of a stinging nettle or a dot leaf, anything like that, wallop, off comes your lead. Alright, so you've now got a dog running loose with just a slip collar on, and if you ain't got the stop up there, he's going to go sniffing about like they do, and you're going to lose the collar as well. So you just clip that on your collar, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and away you go. I've sent a couple of samples down to Chris Upton for his approval, and he's suggested, yeah, go with the orange one, Ray, good idea. Just got to wait for him to say yay when he looks at it, test it out in the field. I says, if you're not happy with it, it don't seem right, I says, let me know. I says, and I went, well, I've grabbed the bull body horns, as I always do, and oh, hang on, that was slurping my tea. I say morning, but it's dinner time really, isn't it? And that's my dinner time tipple. Right, this box here contains my leather belting leather, the round stuff that we use for our collars, and a roll of the orange stuff. Now I've had to price that out. If on Patreon my phone number is there, I will give it out again now, because people are saying they keep, Chris is inundated with loads of work and they're ringing out, right, have you got Ray's number? Have you got? Now I've been putting it on the top of the videos, but surprised how many people don't read the top what the video's about. If you read it at the top, right at the bottom it says there phone number, and it's a mobile. And this orange stuff, it's not cheap. I initially sold, because I had a couple of samples, I got 15 feet I think, and I've sold one length off. That's all of one or maybe two. Well, I've cut my nose off to spite my face. What I've done there is so these are now, they're going to be £20 and they're 15 feet long, but they have to be, you know, £20 because I've divided the whole lot up and it comes down to £15 for 15 foot. So sorry, £20 for 15 foot. So I'm sorry, that's what I've got to do it at. If I do it any less, I'm doing it for nothing. I'm just doing it and I'm giving it to you. That's basically what I'm doing. And I've just forked out all that money, and it ain't cheap. My belting leather, well, I had a shock on that. 125 quid for 30 metres. That's why they have to be the price they are, just to get me money back from my material. You know, what I get out of it is pleasure, really. Thinking that I've made something that someone's happy with and they're going to enjoy using. So I'm not going to go any further on that one, but so there I covered two items there. But these was right made in Russia, this little thing, but and as I say, it is brand new. But even if they use brass, it's their brass quality is nowhere near as good as the English brass. You can't do a lot with it. It will not polish up. They've got too many other metals in it, or they've added one or two other metals to give it a bit more hardness, I think. But they've gone OTT with it, I think, and it doesn't seem to want to polish up very well. But does it really matter? It doesn't if you're just going to use it. I mean, I see some of them stoves there, absolute filthy state. They use diesel in it and all sorts, and it says don't use diesel in this, petrol or camping fuel, and they're black as the ace of spades. There's all food in the bottom of the tray. I'm thinking, you dirty I won't say it, but honestly, how long does it take just to clean it up? I'm rabbiting on. I'm not going to rabbit on. I'll catch you all on the next one. You take care now. This is Charlie Tango 1 saying cheerio.